You ever notice how tired your body feels at night? But the moment you turn off the TV or put down your phone, you're wide awake, staring at the ceiling. It's like someone flipped on a light inside your head, and suddenly, sleep feels far, far away. A lot of older folks tell me this happens to them too. They watch the evening news, maybe a favorite show, or scroll a little to check in with family. It all feels harmless, even comforting. But then the hours pass. Midnight comes, and still, no sleep. Here's what most people don't realize. What we look at before bed matters just as much as what we eat or drink. Because the light from those screens, the TV, the phone, the tablet, it's not just light, it's blue light. And blue light quietly sends a message to your brain. Stay awake. Don't rest yet. The day's not over. Even when your eyes are tired, even when your body is begging for rest, that tiny invisible signal keeps your mind alert, keeps your sleep locked behind a door you can't quite open. And for those of us who already struggle with sleep as we age, that one small habit, looking at a screen, can slowly steal the rest we long for, night after night. But there's something we can do, and it starts with understanding what's really happening, deep inside. You know the feeling. Dinner's done. The dishes are washed. Your body's starting to relax. You slip into your pajamas, maybe turn down the lights, and settle into your favorite chair or your bed. Just a little time to unwind before sleep. So you switch on the TV, maybe it's the evening news, or a soft movie you've seen a dozen times. Or maybe you reach for your phone just to check the weather, see a photo your daughter sent, read a little something on the screen. It all feels gentle. It feels like a reward at the end of the day. Your body's tired, your eyelids a little heavy, and yet somehow, once you finally lie down, your mind starts to stir. You stare at the ceiling. You shift, turn to the other side. Your legs feel restless. Your thoughts won't slow down. And sleep, though it felt close just moments ago, now feels far out of reach. Your eyes feel dry, but your brain is lit up, like the inside of a bright room. It doesn't make sense, does it? You were tired. You were ready. And yet, the stillness won't come. You're not alone in this. It happens to so many of us, especially as we get older. We think we're winding down, but without realizing it, we're actually switching ourselves back on. Those screens, no matter how small, no matter how quiet, aren't just passive. They're active, and what they send into our eyes goes deeper than we think. So while your body says, "I'm ready for rest," your brain, after soaking up that screen light, says, "No, not yet." And the hours pass. Midnight turns to 2 a.m., and all you wanted was a peaceful end to the day. But instead, you're lying awake, frustrated, confused, and wondering if something's wrong. Nothing's wrong with you, my dear, but something is off with the signals we're giving ourselves. And tonight, we're going to gently uncover what's really happening, so you can finally give your mind and your body the kind of quiet they truly need. Now, let's gently look at what's really going on inside your body, quietly, behind the scenes, each night when you sit in front of a screen. See, the human body isn't just muscle and bone. It's a rhythm, a delicate clock, finely tuned to light and darkness. When the sun goes down and the world begins to dim, our bodies are designed to start producing something called melatonin, a soft, natural hormone that whispers to the brain, It's time to slow down. It's time to rest. But here's where the trouble begins. That beautiful process, so ancient and gentle, is easily interrupted by a very modern invention. Screens. Your television, your phone, your tablet. They all give off something called blue light, a type of light that mimics daylight. To the brain, blue light says one thing loud and clear. It's still daytime. Stay alert. Don't make melatonin yet. And so, even if your eyes are heavy, even if your body aches for rest, your brain remains on guard, waiting for night that never truly comes. Now, for someone young, with plenty of melatonin to spare, this delay might just mean a restless hour or two. But for us, those of us past 65, our natural melatonin levels are already lower. That's just part of aging. The clock ticks differently now. So when we sit in front of a screen too close to bedtime, we're not just delaying sleep. We may be blocking it altogether. The body waits for a signal that never comes, and without it, sleep stays locked behind a wall of wakefulness. That's why, even after watching a gentle movie, or reading just a few messages from loved ones, you may find yourself lying there, staring into the dark, wondering why you feel so wired. It's not your imagination. It's not just getting old. It's the quiet effect of light on a body that needs darkness to heal. But the beautiful thing is, once you understand this, you can begin to take back the rhythm, slowly, kindly, one evening at a time. Because sleep doesn't need to be a struggle. Sometimes it just needs a little less light and a little more care. So what can we do, gently and simply, to help our minds quiet down and let sleep find its way back to us? We don't need to change everything at once. We don't need to give up the shows we love or the joy of seeing photos of our grandchildren on the phone. But we can create space, a little opening in the evening where screens are put away and the body is allowed to soften into rest. Start with just 1 hour before bedtime. Think of it as your quiet hour, a soft curfew for your eyes and your mind. No screens, no bright lights, no scrolling through news that stirs the heart. Instead, do things that invite stillness. Dim the lights in your room. Let the shadows settle in gently. Put on soft, calming music, maybe something with piano or gentle nature sounds. Open a paper book or an old magazine. Let your eyes rest on something that doesn't glow. Brew a cup of chamomile tea or warm milk. Wrap your hands around it. Sip slowly. Light a candle if you like, or simply sit with the quiet. Let your breath slow down. Say a prayer. Write down one thing you're grateful for. This isn't about perfection. It's about making a peaceful invitation, a signal to your body that the day is done. Over time, your brain will begin to recognize this rhythm again. It will start producing melatonin naturally, without pills or forcing. Your heart rate will slow. Your thoughts will settle. And sleep, that gentle healer, will begin to return. Not because you chased it, but because you made room for it. Let your evenings become sacred again. Not filled with noise, but filled with presence. Because in this quiet hour, your body remembers what it knew all along: how to rest, how to heal, how to sleep like the earth sleeps at night. Soft, still, and whole. Let me tell you something gently. You don't need to give up everything you enjoy. This isn't about shutting yourself off from the world. It's not about losing connection with your favorite stories or the sweet messages from the people you love. It's simply about giving yourself a pause, a little breathing room between the noise of the day and the quiet of the night. Because rest doesn't come through more stimulation. It comes through space. Space to let the thoughts settle, to let the nervous system unwind, to let the spirit find its stillness again. So tonight, if you feel tired, not just in your body, but in your soul, you have permission to turn it all off a little earlier. Not forever. Not out of punishment, but as an act of kindness to your future self, to your heart, to the part of you that longs to feel whole again. Maybe you light a candle instead of turning on the TV. Maybe you sit on the porch with a blanket and breathe in the evening air. Maybe you whisper a prayer or hum a melody from long ago. Let it be simple. Let it be soft. Let it be enough. Because within that quiet moment, you just might hear something you've been missing, a sense of peace returning, like a long-lost friend. So what if, just for tonight, you gave your mind permission to rest? What if you chose stillness, not because you had to, but because deep down, your body has been asking for it all along? There is healing in that choice. There is wisdom in that silence. And most of all, there is you. Finally, peacefully, at ease. So the next time you find yourself lying awake after an evening in front of a screen, please remember, it's not your fault. It's not age catching up with you, or something you did wrong. It's just how the body responds to light. And the good news is, with care, it can be gently supported. Sleep isn't something we force or chase. It's something we prepare for, softly, patiently, one quiet step at a time. If this message brought you peace or helped you understand your restlessness in a kinder way, I invite you to share a thought below. What do your nights feel like lately? What are you hoping to try? You're not alone here. And sometimes, the courage to leave a comment opens the door for someone else to heal too. If you'd like to keep walking with us, exploring sleep, health, and peaceful living after 65, you're warmly welcome to subscribe. And if you know someone who could use a little comfort tonight, feel free to share this video with them. Together, we're learning to rest again. Thank you for being here. May your evening be calm, and your heart feel gently held.